the second half of a summer day in the Philippines. You know, the heat these days is just absolutely unimaginable. Even on the news lately, they're showing that this year there's been a very unusual rise in temperature. In the summer, well, things still need to get done. I somehow forced myself to go out and walk to the nearest Sari-Sari store. I decided to marinate some vegetables. But it turns out I don't have any sugar at home. We don't use sugar with tea or coffee, but for the marinade, for pickling vegetables, you definitely need sugar. Otherwise, it just won't work. I'm not 100% sure that the Sari-Sari store will have sugar. Well, I am really hoping that since Filipinos love their sweets, they will definitely have it available over there. Because right now, I'm absolutely not ready to go anywhere else. Hooray! 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 The local Sari-Sari store actually had the sugar I needed, specifically brown sugar, 250 grams, and it cost 20 pesos. I think I have bought everything on my list. I also got a couple of these breadsticks. They are just like crunchy croutons, only much tastier and better. They are perfect snack croutons. Now I'm going to fry, but I have absolutely no onions or garlic at home, so I will be cooking now. For the first time, this is for 70 pesos. It's nice when you can buy essentials right next to your house. Today I decided to do some pickling cucumbers. There are just too many of them. I bought them last time. We barely ate them, didn't finish them. But I think we'll enjoy them crunchy and tangy. And as strange as it may sound, I want to try pickling daikon together with the cucumbers. I bought way too much of that too. We barely ate it and there's still some left. I actually think it'll be sweet and sour. It'll be crunchy and tasty. And for pickling vegetables, I bought this a long time ago on Shopee. This kind of 3-liter jar. It's made of thick glass. Because large 3-liter jars, or rather canned goods in large 3-liter jars, aren't sold in stores here. Well, at least I haven't seen them. Well, I'm not going to bring a jar all the way from Russia. Here, take a look. By utilizing this specific type of lid design, in theory, every single part should close up completely and form an incredibly tight seal. And absolutely nothing should ever leak out, thanks to the presence of this rubber gasket. This is such a cool jar. I bought it at the local shop nearby specifically for the purpose of pickling things. It cost me around, I think, 250 pesos. As I always do, I have already poured the boiling water over the vegetables. Now, I'll drain the boiling water and pour in the brine that's cooking on the stove. While everything is over there, I've got the multi-cooker here. Look at how beautifully the mahi-mahi head has cooked down. The one I was telling you about yesterday. The one the fisherman delivered to us fresh. You know, the aroma is just indescribable. Like fresh fish soup. Do you guys like fish heads? And now the brine has come to a boil. Well, now my jar is full. It took a little more than a liter. Of brine? See how the bubbles are coming out so cheerfully? The air is escaping. Awesome. The single most important ingredient for pickling, is this authentic Russian vinegar. A spoonful of vinegar in there. Actually, I'm thinking that I will add 2. That's quite a lot. Now we are going to take the lid and place it carefully on top of the container to ensure it is closed. There, nice and tight. And voila, that is finally how it all turned out. In my opinion, for the Philippines, it's beautiful. Whether it's tasty or not, we'll find out later in time. Of course, there aren't the usual horseradish leaves, currant leaves, or cherry leaves here. There's also no dill umbrellas. Basically everything we use in Russia for preserving. Well, I just used what I had. Of course, ideally, I should turn this jar upside down right now, set it on the lid so the remaining air comes out, and then let it cool under a blanket. But I'm not taking any chances. It's my first time canning, So these are the vegetables in this kind of jar. I think it's enough that it will cool down by morning, and then I'll just put it in the fridge. In any case, it won't keep for long. Good morning from the Philippines, everyone. I actually wasn't planning to film my breakfast today, but I just can't help but share the absolutely delicious treat we had. Here it is, my friends. This is some freshly caught mahi-mahi right from the ocean, coated in flour and fried until golden. Yesterday, our local fish dealer brought us some fresh fish again. It was so incredibly fresh, with the inside still in, and I have to say it had a lot of roe. So I looked up online how to cook it. You just coat it in some flour and spices, and then fry it until it is golden. You know, this is honestly so incredibly delicious. Just look at it. I mean, just look at how perfectly crispy and beautiful it is right now. So beautiful and so tasty. I quite honestly wasn't expecting it to be this good. I fried it up perfectly well. See, it's got this grainy texture and a very distinct yellowish color. So if you ever happen to clean a fresh mahi-mahi and find some roe inside, please don't just throw it away. Be sure to fry it up. So how did I do it? I sprinkled it with a little salt, let it sit in the salt for about 10 minutes, then carefully cut it into pieces, because if it's too big, it takes longer to fry. And then I just fried it in flour with vegetable oil. Actually, I usually try not to film things I'm making for the first time, out of fear that it might turn out to be something awful and I'd waste my time. But not this time. Of course, I really should have shown you the process of frying the mahi-mahi roe. It actually didn't take much time at all. Well, okay, I'll show you how to do it next time. Because now we get regular deliveries of fresh fish from a local fisherman. And I think he'll bring us this wonderful fish again soon, and definitely with roe inside, and I'll show you everything.